Before we start this episode of the Inspired Disorder podcast, please go to my Etsy shop, inspireddisorder.com/Etsy. It's where I sell T-shirts, the Inspired Disorder podcast T-shirt, the Diseasy T-shirt. You can get prints, limited prints of the Diseasy design, as well as 40 sacks and a bunch of artwork coming soon. And if you want to save 25%,
that's a lot.
That is a lot of percentage. That is a quarter. If you want to save a quarter of whatever you're purchasing through the end of the year, use coupon code INSPIRED2016 for 25% off. That's INSPIRED2016. Support the podcast. Buy some gifts for people, some one-of-a-kind gifts. And
I think it's pronounced GIF.
GIFs. No, it's actually GIF. That's anybody that says GIF for anything and not talking about peanut butter, they're wrong. That's the only thing GIF is. Everything else is wrong. Get a gift in the form of a GIF, which I do not sell.
It's a GIF.
Anyway, yeah. And also get optimized, human optimization in the totality with Onnit products. InspiredDisorder.com/Onnit, ONNIT. You can save 10% on all the supplements using our code INSPIRED when you check out. 10% off using coupon code INSPIRED. When you buy all the Onnit products, they have supplements, workout equipment, clothing, food, anything that's like healthy and good for you. They sell it.
Everything.
Or give it away on their website. So go to their website, InspiredDisorder.com/Onnit, and save 10% on all of the supplements using coupon code INSPIRED. And without further ado, let's get it going. This is starting. I think we're starting.
We're starting.
That's how it starts.
Push it with your dick, dude.
It worked! I am Ray Taylor. I clearly don't have a regular job. I was never really into comic books growing up. Like, I was a geek.
Well, you should tell your face that, because you look exactly like
I do.
Watch the fights.
Fuck yeah, I watch the fights.
I'm Keith Spurlock. I watch every kind of pornography.
I said,
all right, to counteract my cancer that I'm giving myself, I smoke weed after every cigarette.
What were we just fucking talking about? And this is the Inspired Disorder podcast. I'm not going to allow you to have an opinion on this just because you're wrong.
Is anyone else's podcast about like jerking off and UFC?
Yeehaw there, Keith. How y'all doing today?
Well, I guess I reckon I'm doing all right.
All right, that sounds quite fine to me, sir. That sounds quite fine to me.
I kind of
We're doing a Western theme podcast. Yeehaw!
Well, you better put on your cowboy hat then.
I don't have. That's a wizard hat, bro. Yeehaw!
Yeah, I like how far you put it out of the way.
Yeah.
Like,
well, you can still see it. It's there. I can reach it. I have to lean a little bit to like fully grab it because I don't want to be that close to it because I don't want it to rub off on me. But yeah, the cone of shame.
I just want to.
The orange cone of shame still resides on my side of the studio because there hasn't been any fights for me to seek revenge. So yeah. So it's still over here. I mean, you still got the trophy. That's my biggest concern is the fact that it's been so far away from me for like so long, but with I have no option. Like at least you lost or tied, which made it official that I kept it over for about the same amount of time. But just due to you like bribed the UFC, I don't know what you did. Maybe new management. You talked to the WMGIME. You're like, yo.
I got that Philippines card taken off somehow.
Yeah. You didn't like my picks, did you?
Nope.
We didn't even get to do them, but you might have heard me just talking in my sleep when you're standing over me as I'm sleeping.
Dude, it's called lurking. Get it right.
I don't know what your profession is called, but now I do. I will address you as such, lurker extraordinaire. But we're going to do, there is a fight coming up.
Is there?
Coming up next Saturday. This comes out
it's
tonight.
Gonna suck.
I don't think so. I mean, the main event looks pretty cool. Let's get on that one. So it's the upcoming UFC Fight Night. It's a Saturday, November 5th. The main event being
That doesn't
most
suck.
recent champion Rafael dos Anjos, who just recently lost to Eddie Alvarez, who's fighting Conor McGregor in 205, versus Tony El Cucuy Ferguson, who's been training with Big Bear, with Eddie Bravo, and
Is he training with a Big Bear
Bravo team.
and Eddie Bravo?
I don't know. I mean, he might have like big
Does he
hairy
fight-
dudes that are into other dudes.
Because he really wants to fight Khabib.
Right.
You know, he always talks shit on Khabib, and like I would think that
This is good test, man. This is almost a better fight because Dos Anjos just lost. Khabib's
He's-
not fighting for the title.
Khabib is fighting.
Khabib might be fighting
Michael Johnson for the number one.
That's right. If
They've
it looks
dangled that
boring,
shit in front.
if Ferguson like destroys Dos Anjos and then the Khabib fight for some reason it's boring on 205, they're not getting it. Usually boring fights don't get it right. Like the Jacare Yoel. Not that was boring, but it was super like those guys got put on pause hard.
I feel so bad for Jacare out of all the fighters. Like that dude's like
for sure. But
he's
it's like,
been like waiting forever, and they're just like, you know.
you could say that
you're
about
just...
Bisbing too, and then he finally
Yeah,
he had
but
like
Bisping had
the
those-
most perfect opportunity.
Bisping always had. He had
clouds
2 or
parted.
3 times
Yeah.
where it was like number 1 contender, winner
Yeah.
of this fight, and every time he choked, he got his ass beat, and the other person went on to not win usually,
Yeah.
but you know it was what it was. Like
I mean,
he just
Bisping just
like
had-
lucked out.
He had the right. I mean,
He wasn't even training; he was shooting a movie.
Yeah, you know, which makes it
Pretty
hilarious.
impressive.
That's like Rockhold. That's all on Rockhold.
Yeah,
Rockhold. There's no reason. I mean, everybody thought Rockhold thought it. He thought he already won it going into it. He's like, I already won it.
Thought it.
Yeah, and it was hilarious. Why is this fucking? It's better not be. It's probably skipping in the fucking whatever. But anyway. Yeah, it's so anyway, the main event, I haven't actually gone through the card, so I don't know if it sucks, but UFC Fight Night coming back Saturday, November 5th in Mexico City, Mexico. So this is going to be at altitude. That's why he's in Big Bear. Although I don't know what the altitude of Big Bear is versus Mexico City. So let's start off with oh no.
Oh no.
I guess we could do that after. No, we have to do. I mean, I don't know. Let's just do this. Fuck that.
Well,
let's go through some since we've been gone.
Yeah, we'll talk about.
We'll get into the
into our
card.
picks.
Yeah.
We'll end it on our picks.
There you go.
But there have been some.
Yeah,
a lot
totally
of
forgot about that.
A lot of recent stories in MMA.
Yeah, there's been a break. We've started seeing big fighters potentially come back. Some cards starting to get filled. Big end of the year. I mean, the New York card is a huge card, 205, which we'll do pick bets for next week. And then the end of the year, usually, New Year's or the Christmas card or whatever, which Rousey's doing that.
Yeah.
Rousey's coming back to fight for the belt. Betch Correia. Amanda Nunes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which,
Okay.
what do you think?
Okay.
I mean, we'll make our pick when it happens.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see some training videos. I don't know. Maybe somebody get injured.
Okay.
It might not even happen.
Like Ronda probably will win.
Oh, I don't know if she'll probably win.
But
she's been like unplugged. I don't know how much she's been training.
But I'm saying
I don't know if she'll probably win. I don't think this is like for sure she's gonna win.
I hope that
She didn't seem very dedicated at all. Like until like we even heard of her coming back, there was no like. She's look. It wasn't like when John Jones was out for a while and he like you're like started to see.
But
shit,
he was
you're
trying to hype himself like
Exactly.
on social media. I think that she just
that worked.
wanted to hide.
It's fine, but she's not. She's probably got all
I can't wait till her
fan,
Roadhouse movie comes
fangirl.
out.
Yeah, well,
Because we're gonna watch that and review that. You know that, right?
I mean, probably not in theaters.
No.
But yeah, well, for sure, put it on at some point, and maybe we'll talk about it.
Oh, I think
it depends. We've seen some really bad movies that it's like I don't even want to talk about it.
I think one
even
day,
though I thought maybe they would be good.
I think one day for a bonus MMA episode, we watch like
do a review of that
3 movies like with
Bloodsport remake with GSP and all that. There's a bunch of people in that one.
Yeah, I think we'll do like a movie day of MMA movies and then talk about them.
Right. I like it. I'm good with that.
All right.
We definitely don't have enough time to actually add that, so that would just be in our movie because we have by the end of the year. Damn it! Did I write it down somewhere? I wrote it down somewhere. No, we have like in the next 2 months we have like 10 fights or something, like 10 cards. So there's 2 weeks that are doubled up, or 2 months that have weeks that are doubled up. It's a lot
to buy another board.
It's a lot. We're gonna need a bigger board for sure. Yeah, it's so it'll be interesting. So we're gonna have some long to make up for the lack of Fight Talk episodes. It was some crazy cards though.
You know, though it's nice. It was
nice
the
break
for a break. I really enjoyed that break. Like
we get to do more in the show.
Well, and it just makes me.
We took a break from having to talk about fights and watch.
I didn't even really watch
a day
any fight.
to watch the fight. I didn't really either.
I've watched. I found a new channel on
Porn?
YouTube. No, new channel on YouTube that it's like. Top 10 weakest chins, top 10 in MMA. They're all MMA based, and I've watched a bunch of their videos. And
those are like highlights and shit.
Yeah, if I could remember it, I would plug you, but I don't, so I can't.
I see those all the time on like Reddit or WorldStar.
Yeah,
where they'll be posted those like compilation videos.
Yeah. What's well done,
the time
and they know about it's like top 10 steroid bust in MMA, top 10.
Yeah. Like the BuzzFeed of MMA videos,
pretty much.
Yeah. BuzzFeed. Yeah. I haven't either, and I think there's an EBI coming up too. I think maybe. So we'll see. Not that we talk
kind
about
of an
that.
EBI coming.
They do them a lot more regular, for sure. I don't know how often.
I think it's like every 3 months, maybe.
Seems like 3 or 2. I fuck. Time moves so fast that I don't. Like it's already been a year.
Yeah.
Well, over a year.
No,
for me, over
for
a
you,
year.
over a year.
You're almost a year. A few days.
Yeah, I think it got here November 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah,
something like that. I don't know if it was on the 1st, but it was right on the beginning of November.
The 1st.
Yeah.
Because I remember driving.
So we can rewatch that video again. I'll see how thin I was back then. Because I look at myself in the mirror. And it's been a year, so I don't know the transition. When you change, it's slow, so you can't tell.
I think I've lost like 10 pounds.
Maybe, yeah. But yeah, anyway. So Faber, his next fight, he's fighting in Northern California, some new Sacramento stadium, something like that.
Not Sacramento.
Against
Brad Pickett.
Pickett, yeah. And he said on MMA Hour that it's his last fight, which is
good.
His last fight prior was his first time, probably in a long time, losing to somebody that wasn't for a belt.
Ever.
Well,
that last fight was the first fight he had lost that wasn't for a belt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Not ever lost a fight, but is a non-belt fight.
All his losses have been in title fights.
Yeah.
Except for his last.
I'm just talking about like early career or something like that.
Nope.
He's probably undefeated.
His entire career.
Right.
He was undefeated until he got a belt and then lost it, and then
which basically
he'd
he
win
never
every
had
fight up to getting the belt again and then lose.
He never had a UFC belt, right?
No.
It was he had WEC, which was owned by Zuffa when he had the belt,
but he had already lost it,
and they didn't have
the time they bought it.
Well, by the time they merged,
no, he.
I think he had it.
He came over
while
when they
Zuffa
bought
owned it.
No,
because they owned it way before they merged. Because they didn't have those weight classes in the UFC. WEC was around for like probably a year before they merged with the UFC.
No, they were around for a very long time.
As long as Zuffa owned them, when Zuffa bought them, they had them for like a year or maybe two.
Maybe in the beginning when Zuffa had bought them.
But he never officially had a UFC belt.
But Mike Brown
Yeah, he beat him for the belt.
Beat him, and then beat him
Mike
again.
Brown,
and
once
then,
he went to the UFC, didn't do good at all.
Well, he was already late in his career when that happened anyway.
But when he went to the UFC, he didn't look good at all.
No.
That's why I was like, because I never saw any of those
he
WEC
coaches
fights.
a lot of dudes.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I see him in the background of almost half the walkouts.
But from my perspective, because I only watched UFC back then, when he came in, it was like, oh, they merged. I get to see these fighters because I didn't have cable, so I never got to see wherever the fuck they were. I don't know where they were at.
They were on.
So it was the first time seeing, like when they did Strike Force, like cool, they're bringing in more fighters, all this shit, and new weight classes because they didn't have those lower weight classes,
and they were so exciting. Like here's what.
And then he did horrible. I'm like, well, and that was almost kind of a trend in a lot of cases. There's a few exceptions where somebody new comes in and they actually do good, but generally, I mean, Cage, whatever, it's Octagon jitters.
Yeah.
It seems that's a very
circle.
common thing. Yeah, I mean, I think somebody still uses a circle, or maybe I just see clips of the circle still. Nobody can use 8 sides.
No, that's the UFC.
Can't even say octagon.
No. Oh shit, you just said it.
No, we're not. We can say it.
No,
octagon.
Oh shit, you said it.
Yeah, I was thinking of making the studio an 8-sided studio.
How?
Well, Cage stuff. I just do it. I mean, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's half. That's if we split it half, and then just do the same on this side.
No,
it'd be easy as fuck.
3 anyway.
Well,
that's all that really shows up on camera.
No, but we have to go all the way if we're gonna copyright infringe on the UFC.
Then we have to fucking fight.
I mean, I already take their graphic design style for our album artwork of each of our fight talks. I already used their website that's not very accurate.
It's very.
We have a co-main event with a shadow person, by the way, and I can't click on it because it hurts my feelings. But yeah, so Faber, and Faber was one of those guys because he never. I think he had that kind of, whatever, the remnants from just like seeing fighters come from other organizations and just not doing well, but he always fought for the belt, so he was always exciting to watch.
I always liked Faber,
I probably just hearing him in interviews and shit, he seems more.
He was always like a super positive guy.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't really a dick, or I don't know. My views have changed.
Although the alpha male thing is like. That always gave me for whatever reason. It's just one of those. I think it's just when I first started watching MMA, I'm so used to like, I got to pick fighters. Like you watch a sport, I got to pick a team. But with MMA, I got to find my favorite fighters in case somebody with a tap out shirt asks me. I need to be well informed and have opinions. But then it's like when you start watching the sport forever, it's like there's so many good fighters that I like. Yeah, it's like it would be more of a list than just having like diehard guys.
I remember when
Forrest Griffin, diehard guy.
When I first signed into Facebook, it was like pick your favorite in sports, and I think I picked GSP and
Randy or
Junior Dos Santos.
Iceman, Chuck Liddell.
And for me, it was Junior Dos Santos, and it was before Junior was the champ. Like,
that was
early. Just really fucking liked.
Was he even in? Had they had that Fox fight? Or no, that was when he became champ.
That's when he became champ.
How many fights did he have before that?
Like
in UFC,
6.
Really, he had that many?
Oh yeah, he was like one of his first fights. I thought he came over from
somewhere else.
No, one of his first fights was Verdum, and he knocked him out. Right. He knocked him out of the UFC with that shot, but there was that uppercut from hell that fucking knocked Verdum out. And then he just kept knocking people out. Like, and I was like, I really like this dude. And as a new heavyweight, you don't get to see.
No.
Well, you were seeing more new heavyweights back then.
Yeah.
But again, it was more
they had the
from
season too.
It was more from other organizations like Pride and shit like that. Yeah. And they actually did do a season. Like, come on, Tough. Do a season of heavyweights again. Like, I don't know that. Is it that hard? Is it that hard?
Well, they really needed to fix, like, DJs. DJ has nothing. They had to, like, bring in champs from everywhere. But except for, like, Bellator and, like, it was all the other ones. Yeah. All the other countries that had their own promotions going on. And I heard that's great fights in the season. I haven't watched any of them, but I'm sure at some point I'll go through I'll binge on.
Yeah, I'm not even saying like I will watch it, but I'm saying just do a heavyweight season so there's more people that you can push in. Yeah, and give a name to.
I think they're maybe next season.
And even if you only get one person, even if you only get one person out of that whole crew who's a fucking contender, I mean, that's someone new.
Look at Schaub's. Schaub was like one of the only ones to stick around, really, and he eventually left too. But he stuck around for a while.
He wasn't that great.
No, but he was at least somebody new. Yeah, he was somebody new to get beat up in the fucking giant division, but. Like, there was, Mitrione kind of lasted a while. Mitrione lasted longer. He's still fighting. Longer, yeah. He's supposed to be fighting Fedor in Ryzen. No. I think I just saw something today. I didn't read it, but...
I didn't read it, but I saw it.
I also heard, I think it could be negotiations because Carwin is back and just signed with Ryzen.
Carwin's back, signed with Ryzen. Yeah. UFC just let go of Bigfoot, who Fedor's got a loss to.
Not surprised. Yeah, but Bigfoot's a completely different Bigfoot. I don't think he's...
Well, Fedor's a completely different Fedor, too.
True, but I think Bigfoot's chin is like...
Yeah, but that's why Fedor would want to pick that fight. Avenge a loss.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what he's been doing. And he almost lost in the last one. Fucking... whatever. He was a former mild light heavyweight.
Yeah, Maldonado.
Yeah.
Fabiano Maldonado.
Just beat the... But
I watched
destroyed him.
That was one of the montages on the UFC.
Now it's been turned back to a draw.
Mm-hmm.
But...
Because Fedor was the president of the MMA organization that picked the referee and the judges.
It's in Russia.
He got beat to death in the first round and then got the win by not doing anything for 2 rounds.
He survived. Yeah. Ryzen seems like a modern day
Pride.
Yeah. Pretty much. That's what they seem like.
Crap.
I don't think it's Russian instead of Japanese. So I don't know the analog to the different gangs that run those different countries, but yeah, it's interesting. I'm sure I'll see clips of the show of those fights, or somebody will put it up on Facebook or whatever, and I'll see full fight and maybe I'll watch it. But I don't know, man. Interesting. I saw the Carwin when he knocked out Ellis. Yeah. At Ellis Mania, which with Ari and Sam are supposed to tape to the front of him, right?
Yeah. Taped to his side, and it was his power hand that was taped to his side.
It's a wonky punch too.
And but Ellis has been knocked out.
And it's not. It's a hand and arm the size of large legs.
Yeah.
Not even just normal or in shape legs, large legs.
But yeah, I mean Ellis, he was a professional skateboarder and
oh, for sure. Yeah.
He's knocked himself out a shit ton of times, and then he used to have a massive drug problem.
Yeah.
Which
maybe that preserved some of his brain.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, for sure he's highly susceptible, far smaller, fighting a guy, one of only 2 guys the UFC had to make custom gloves for.
Yeah.
Just a giant, a legitimate giant with punching skills.
Dude, I mean,
power.
I'll put it this way. They didn't have to make special gloves for Mark Coleman. I shook Mark Coleman's hand.
Yeah.
And it was not a hand. It was
it's like a giant. I mean, it's like a giant hand.
I don't even know. It was just so. It was like every one of his fingers was the size of a goddamn sausage.
Yeah.
And he was, and just the meat
made out of leather.
And the meat of the palm.
Yeah.
To the I can't even describe how much.
Yeah.
Meat. That's the only word I can I don't know how else to describe the
girth. He had a girthy hand. He had a girthy as fuck hand.
Just meaty as fuck.
Girthy. I mean, this is nothing. This is not girth. You put the lineman. You have to do multiple hands.
It was literally thicknesses. If you shook hands with me and I was doing this
yeah. But then even like the width of your fingers would be thicker too.
I would have to offset them.
Yeah, you'd have to have like, multiple. You have to cut off some fingers and glue them to the sides. It'd be a bitch.
I was like,
and then you just have to get wider too to just.
And
to
then
support
all I thought
all
about
girth.
was like, what if he punched me?
No, you'd pass out before it hit you. It's like I don't know, when people die during certain things, they pass out before.
I met Mark Coleman twice. I met him when I was 15 at a local wrestling event, like professional wrestling event.
And this is before UFC, right?
No, UFC was.
Did you start watching?
He was the UFC champion at the time.
Okay, but did you know him from that?
Fucking knew him from that because I was a kid who loved to go to the video store and fucking rent videos.
Yeah,
and UFC.
I did too, but I never saw the UFCs. I didn't get introduced until 2002. My girlfriend at the time was telling me about it.
And he was also like semi like. He's from Fremont, which is not that far away from Findlay. Yeah. And a UFC champion, so like people knew about him, like people
local kind of shit.
Localish, like people had wrestled him from my high school.
Yeah.
But, you know, it obviously his age.
I never would have. I could have met every UFC Hall of Famer, and I wouldn't have known any of them. Probably up until 22.
No, at 15.
Like I could have been 22.
At 15, I was like, that's Mark Coleman.
And met Anderson Silva. Well, he wasn't huge then, but you know, so whoever's big in the 2002. I don't remember. Maybe Matt Hughes. I don't know. Even if I met Hoist Gracie, wouldn't know who the fuck he is. It's like he's a really nice guy. Never heard that accent before. That's crazy. Like I never heard Brazilian until UFC.
Yeah, that's
I love
Portuguese.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry. I was always just used to hearing Mexican all the time.
Yeah.
I probably said that so many times.
Brazilian?
Mexican instead of Spanish.
Yeah.
It's because I grew up with fucking Mexicans. I didn't grow up with Spaniards. I'm a fucking kid. I'm an idiot. I'm still an idiot. Giant old idiot.
Tito versus Chael. What do you think?
Did you? I tried to watch.
I couldn't watch.
I tried to watch the debate. Once they started talking, I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do this.
It was literally.
I can't.
Like listening to a hardcore Hillary versus a hardcore Trump supporter on like CNN, and they just unleash them on each other, and they're like,
but like everything was fake. It wasn't even like anybody said anything real. Like it was like once somebody said something, it's like, what? That's like you're reading off a this shit talking's far evolved, way past you two. You guys are on such a low level compared to where like people are just in real life. Like Conor McGregor's just a good shit talker.
Yeah.
And there's some in there.
I give him props.
There's not a whole lot of good shit, and everybody tries to do it.
You know what? You know what's fucked up? Like
shit.
even people are like, "Oh man, the Diaz brothers are great shit talkers." They're not great shit talkers. They're great shit talkers during a fight.
I think the
older not afraid,
is better than younger.
Yeah.
But in a fight, they do the mean mug. They do. They're
good at stare down,
body language.
Yeah.
Like the flinching shit.
Yeah.
Like they do everything that I grew up with. Not every bully, but not. And I didn't even like those guys. That was more like, I don't know. It was like I never really had any problems with any the Mexicans that tried to front. I probably just like ran away and it's like and that's all they were trying to do because they're like, I don't want to fight.
But I mean, who do you think wins the fight?
I think. Chael's been gone for a long time.
3 years.
When was the last time Tito fought though? Didn't he just fight Ken? Was that his last fight?
No.
Did they fight?
No.
They fought.
No, not recently.
Didn't they fight in Bellator?
No.
Wasn't that one of the retard fights?
No, it was Ken versus Hoist Gracie was one of the retard fights, and then Ken versus Kimbo.
Ken versus Kimbo. That's right. Fuck. I mean, I'd rather see Chael win. I like Chael better than Tito. Tito's just annoying as shit.
Tito's annoying.
The only time I like Tito is watching, I think the first time he was on The Ultimate Fighter. because he tried to be like a thoughtful coach, and it was
he was a way better
great.
coach.
Second time he was on, he was like the fucking like the Deep Impact version of his first performance, which was more Armageddon.
Yeah.
And it was just, that's what he's doing.
So we both got Chael.
So ridiculous. I would say Chael, for sure.
GSP announcing that he was a free agent only for the UFC to be like, fuck you, we still own you.
Well,
to being like, maybe I'll do something about that shit.
He wants more money.
To Bisping calling him out.
Yeah.
Or possibly Nick Diaz coming back and that being his first fight, a title fight at 185.
Those are the two rumors I've heard. Bisping or Diaz. I've heard a lot more Bisping, but Diaz makes more sense because it's not a title fight and you're not putting that belt on the line again. And Bisping just came off a tough fight.
Yeah, but why wouldn't it be a title fight?
If it was Diaz versus Diaz versus GSP. Is the rumor.
Why?
So GSP,
no one wants that fight
because the whole reason is 206 is in Canada, and Canada doesn't give a shit about the UFC because Bisping or fucking GSP isn't fighting, and Rory just went over to Bellator, so they have no draw, and it's the light heavyweight fight that nobody gives a shit about, Cormier versus Rumble 2.
I give a fuck about that.
Yeah,
fight.
but it's not exciting. It's not like nobody's amped up to see it. People aren't like beating down the doors for this. It's not doing well. But it's also kind of late to be adding something. I don't know. But GSP, hopefully GSP comes back. Seems like he wants to. It would be interesting to see him against the big fight. I would not mind seeing him against Diaz. That's an amazing, just throw that up as a super fight. Make it a great card, pay-per-view.
I pay for that.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to watch the fucking thing anyway, but I'd be way more excited about that if they have, light heavyweight championship with Rumble versus Cormier. They have GSP versus Diaz. Diaz coming back from his fucking long suspension. Good super fight for him. Make a bunch of money. And then whoever else they have on the card, which I think they added Max Holloway versus Pettis.
Yes.
Which is interesting. Yeah. That's something that spices it up.
I think Holloway takes it.
Oh, for sure. Me too. 100%. So hopefully I get to choose. Well, we'll see what the card shapes up to be. Anyway.
Picks.
So now we're going to go through the aforementioned UFC Fight Night this Saturday, November 5th. It is an FS1 card.
As the reigning champion, I get to choose the order.
And by raining, he means I'm crying all over it every night. Stare in disappointment.
Scroll down a little bit.
Yeah. I was just going up for the...
Well, I'm saying get the whole thing in frame.
Bam.
All right.
Oh, for you. Right. So you're choosing who gets to go first since you are the reigning champion. Or at least... there hasn't been a fight, so I lost last time. Hopefully I get my revenge.
You go first.
All right. Starting off the UFC Fight Night, Fight Pass prelims, Jesus Christ. We have Enrique Barzola versus Chris Avila. Man, this one's like tricky because they have a picture for Avila, and it seems like I want to say his face reminds me of a fighter, which I'm not sure if it's him, and I didn't really like him, even though he lost his last fight. I thought it was controversial. I thought he was kind of a dick. So I'm going to go with Barzola from Peru. Where's this card again? Mexico City, Mexico. All right.
Yeah, we had a whole
I don't know how well Peruvians and Mexicans like
conversation.
Yeah, I know. I just forgot. I was just to re-clarify my picks.
All right.
But I'm pretty sure Chris Avila is...
Barzola is the Peruvian winner of the last Latin Tough, or one of the Latin Toughs.
Cool. I think this might be the actual finale for the Latin America Tough. I think. So there might be a lot from the show.
So
next up, Eric Montano versus Max Griffin. The most Griffin you can be.
Max Payne Griffin.
Right. I remember him too. I just like rings bells.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of bells they are because you're picking. But rings bells.
I got to go Montano in Mexico City.
Right. From Mexico.
By submission.
Not that far off. 8-4 he's got versus 12-3. I mean, Max has turned it up a little bit better, but he's from the U.S. But who knows what part of Mexico he's from?
Yeah, he might not be from Mexico City.
Yeah, he may not be at elevation. Not that. Hopefully, everybody is smart enough to be compensating for that. Unlike Cain Velasquez. The reason why he lost his belt because he didn't calculate shit right. Isn't that right? That's where he lost to Verdum.
Some would say.
Some would say. Oh, he totally lost.
No, you're on the wrong thing.
What the fuck?
You went in the wrong order.
Did I? Oh, I probably went to... Oh, I went to that one. I'll cross that one out.
You son of a bitch.
Sorry. I didn't scroll down far enough. So, this one you have to pick. Marco Polo Reyes versus Jason Novelli. I don't even remember who you picked on that one, so... If it's yours, you can just pick it again. Although I'll probably remember once we get to it.
Now, this is 155
Marco
pound.
Polo is in Mexico. Novelli from the U.S. 7-3 for Reyes. 11-2 for Novelli. 1 no contest. You got a knockout guy versus submission guy. You got a fucking dude on a bike outside going down Colorado. Inch off.
You know what? I think I took Novelli one time, and it was one of his 2 losses.
I don't know, man. I know I've seen him before, but I can't.
Yeah, I remember.
I know we've seen Marco Polo
Pepsi,
too.
Yeah.
Just for banter wise, I'm sure watching it. Doesn't seem like it stuck. Could have been a different Marco Polo.
I'm gonna go Novelli.
Yeah. All right. See how that goes. So finishing off the feature bout for the UFC Fight Pass prelim. What? Did you get it? All right. Is fighting again. Fights like every other card. It seems like. It's probably he probably fought in the last one, and this is the longest break he's had just because they haven't been any events. Smiling Sam Alvey versus Alex Nicholson, the Spartan. I've got to go Smiling Sam. Smiling Sam Alvey. Corny as shit. But been doing good. Unless he fights guys that don't want to engage. Which has been a while. And Nicholson, I think he's the dude that like got his jaw broken, came back without it healing right, proposed to his girlfriend before the fight, got choked out, and then came back. I think he looked good in his last fight. I think it's his new weight class maybe for him. But Smiling Sam Alvey's got this shit.
I would have picked Alvey also, but you never know.
You never know.
Yeah,
it could go crazy. So going to the FS1 prelims, starting off with Henry Briones versus Douglas Silva de Andrade.
He looks like he's got a photo from Auschwitz.
Yep. Yeah. He was the one healthy guy. They gave him all the protein. But the time period's right.
Yeah.
So
I don't know why they've antiqued that photo.
I don't know, maybe he's just gray. Maybe they have a colorblind. Although
23-1.
Yeah.
Pretty good fucking record.
How many of those were like in a shady Brazilian?
Who knows?
I know.
But it looks like he likes to knock motherfuckers out.
19-5, although it's not as good, still experience-wise.
Fuck yeah. And he's from Mexico, hometown boy.
Actually got more fights. Barely.
True.
Barely. By what?
And since they don't give ages, and the picture looks like it was taken in 1935.
De Silva's coming in at a ripe, like 70 or 80 years
Silva
old.
de Andrade is at least 95 years old.
Looks great, though, for 95.
Does.
Looks great. Just go get that acai in Brazil.
Looks like it's not going to go to a decision because not many of their fights do for two guys who have fought that much.
It's going to be a stand and bang. Well, not necessarily. Kind of strike. Well, definitely more submissions for Barones.
I'm going to go with Grandpa Silva.
All right. I'm actually good. Barones looks pretty well-rounded. I mean, half KOs, but he's good on the ground. So the other dude looks more like stand-up guy only. Probably shitty fucking ground game.
Who knows,
which is weird.
man.
Brazil, Mexico. I don't know. Mexicans are stand-up.
Maybe he's such a fucking knockout artist that he doesn't have to use his black belt submission game.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
I mean, he's almost got an 80% knockout.
He's only lost once.
And he's only lost once.
Yeah. God damn it. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And he's 85 years old.
That's true. He's got old man strength. Well, I guess I get to go with... And I do not remember what you got. All right, next one up. Eric Montano versus Max Griffin. Damn it. I think you went with the Mexican last time. I think. Not that I'm going with the Mexican.
I literally don't remember.
Me either. Because I'm not really trying. I'm just trying to think of what. Think of the fight. Jesus. I mean, first off, Max Griffin looks younger. Throwing that out there right now. And he's got
get up on
the
that
same
UFC
record.
Fucking give me an age on these things.
Man, it might not be right. Most of this shit's not even filled in. Most of the time. Half the time. So I'm going to go with Max Griffin. USA, 12-3, 50% KOs. Not the submission guy, but maybe he's a wrestler that likes to stand. You know, maybe. And he's got the decisions, 33, so that's wrestler material right there. You know, that shit goes the distance a lot. Just don't want to finish. Just want to hold. Got a nice reach, though. 3 inches. Assuming that shit's right.
Montana's going to get him down.
Max Griffin. It's like I was a big fan of
Max Payne Griffin.
Of Forrest Griffin, but, you know, this is taken to a whole nother level. All right, so the feature bout for the FS1 prelims is Eric Perez versus... Ooh, that guy kind of looks like the other guy that I was thinking of. Felipe Arantes Serranejo versus Goyito. Mexico versus Brazil. Eric Perez being from Mexico. Felipe Arantes from Brazil.
I don't
16
know
and
enough
6,
about either of these
18
guys.
18 and 7.
So I'm going to go.
Got big shoulder lettering on his far shoulders. Who can't read it. Don't know if it's religious. Probably is.
I'm going to go with Perez just as a hometown boy.
Oh. I was like, motherfucker, you're not from Mexico. I got really confused. Yeah. Well, you said that. I looked. I'm like, what? You're not from... I'm like, I guess you're closest to Mexico.
Cards in Mexico.
Yeah. I got it. I got you.
And I don't know enough. I mean, I've watched Eric... I remember watching Eric Perez fight. I can't say I remember watching the other dude fight, although he looks familiar. I can't remember everyone's name.
There's
people.
So many
shit,
and we do whole cards, so it's like, how are you gonna? They may both be gone. They're not like a Bigfoot where we'll remember them and honor them. I don't know how much we'll honor Bigfoot, but you know, we'll respect the dude. So let's move on to some shadow people in the main card, shall we? On the Fox Sports 1 main card, starting with Alexa Grasso from Mexico versus Heather.
She doesn't even have a record
from the USA. That's how good she is, Keith. She wins her fights, and nobody even wants to keep track because they're too scared. They just run out. They scream, cry, blood, tears, some vomit, maybe some poop. It's a lot of things going on. They don't have time to keep track of why she destroyed the soul of her competitor. That's why. Although Heather Jo Clark, not that impressed. Although she has fought tough competition. Haven't been very impressed with her. So I'm gonna have to do this, Keith. And she either knocks you out or goes to decision. I gotta go Alexa Grasso. I'm going with Shadow Person.
Oh my God!
I'm going Shadow Person. Really? You already wrote it down.
The first
you were that confident?
The first time I've ever in a prediction been wrong.
Well, it's the Shadow Person, and listen, Heather. I think she trains out here. Respect. I think she trains with Rose. I think I've seen her train with her, but
I'm alright. I could be
wrong.
Pick.
I could be wrong. I don't think I'm gonna be.
I'm alright with it. Let's see what's
because you've been
next.
burned by the shadow many times, and I'm naive and optimistic.
She doesn't even have legs or arms. How's she gonna win?
Because they never stuck around to measure. It's like too much blood dripping everywhere. It was great, Mexico. So next up we have Beneil Dariush versus Rashid Magomedov. Number 9 versus number 15. Dariush from Iran. Magomedov from Russia. 13-2 for Dariush. 19-1 for Magomedov. Submission versus striking, pretty much. Or wrestler, maybe. He's got a lot of decisions. Yeah, for sure. He's from Russia, so
Sambo.
Probably, yeah.
I'm going to go Beneil Dariush.
Okay. I wouldn't fucking know. I'm glad you're choosing this one. I don't know. But I'm good with that. I've only lost once. He's only lost once. I've lost more than that. But we're not talking about that right now. Yeah. All right. Ooh. We have next up Ricardo Lamas versus Llamas, the bully llama.
Llamas.
Versus Charles Oliveira.
Du Bronx.
Oh, brother. Charles has got 21 wins, 6 losses, 1 no contest. Lamas has 16 wins, 5 losses. Although he's ranked number 4, Charles Oliveira ranked number 8. This one's not easy.
No, it's not.
This one's not very easy at all. Because then I choose one and I'm like, nah, that's not good. Like I get a lot of I'm second guessing myself, Keith. I need some motivation. I need some inspiration. I need some fucking
perspiration,
constipation. Man, that's a good reach. I want to say Oliveira just lost, didn't he? He just lost, but he lost somebody good. Up-and-comer. Motherfucker. You know what? I'm going to go... I'm going to go... Right. I'm going to go with Charles. I'm going with Charles in this one. Yeah. Charles Oliveira. Du Bronx. For sure. Yeah.
Llamas.
Oh, man. Good old main cards. All right. Next up, we have Diego, the Nightmare Sanchez versus Mersin Held. Off on taking pictures on picture day. We have Shadow Person. At least mine had gloves in it. You don't even have, mine held the gloves in front of her Shadow Person face, so you could tell that she knew how to fight, kind of. She can lift her hands up a little bit. That guy's arms might be dead. I mean, that's why they have shadows. They can't do the promo because he's just moving his shoulders.
I gotta go fucking Crazy Sanchez in Mexico.
I would too.
For the win.
I would too. He's just, I enjoy. I'm just gonna be a fun
155.
Fight. Although it was a quick loss last time, but
he's 200 against. Wasn't it 200 his last
He's
fight?
gonna channel the power of the Aztec people.
Yes. Oh,
and
for
hold
sure.
a cross.
I'm looking forward to hopefully.
And this guy's from Poland, and I don't know if Poland is in the mountains, but like it's fucking elevated.
They're probably really used to cold.
Diego trains at Albuquerque, which is at
hopefully he's still
elevation.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. But
San Diego Sanchez.
Diego's kind of
he's an old piece of shit,
career.
and I don't even like him, but I think he's gonna win.
I like him. He's weird as fuck. I wouldn't want him in my house, but I enjoy him. I enjoy watching him. He's weird, and I enjoy that.
And your present is you get to pick.
This is my present. This is not a present. It's not a present at all. Rafael dos Anjos. I don't know. I mean, there's one I want to go with. I don't know if that's the right decision. Versus Tony Ferguson. Did you write one down already?
No,
you didn't. Do you know what I'm going with?
Nope.
Okay, good. I thought you had this one in the bag or something. You thought you're
in my mind,
go
I worked it out, and
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to pick that last one. Good on you.
There's a few of them I didn't want to pick either. Dos Anjos just lost. I mean, it was kind of, he got clipped, he got hurt, and it's like, and Alvarez put him, or Eddie Alvarez put him away. Ferguson's on the come up. He's got, fucking train Big Bear, Eddie Bravo.
6-inch reach advantage.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think he uses it very. He got tagged up with when he fought that Lando guy, the Lando Calrissian guy.
Yep.
Yeah, that guy's fucking crazy, but that guy's got a crazy style too. I gotta go with El Kukui. I gotta do it. Why not? I mean, it's like, I don't know, so might as well go with the non-technical reason.
And I got Mr. Two Banjos.
This should go. I have a feeling, especially this is the last fight, we're gonna go watch Doctor Strange, and then we're gonna watch these fights. So we're gonna be pretty tuned up by the end of the day. And this seems like it's going to be a stressful fight. So it'll be interesting. But yeah, okay. So those are our picks for the upcoming this next Saturday UFC Fight Night. That's not the right camera. There we go. So starting at the bottom, I got Barzola.
I got Novelli.
I got Alvey. Smiling Sam Alvey.
I got I put Silva, but it's something to Silva, whatever.
Yeah, I got Max Griffin.
I got Perez.
I got Grasso.
I got Dariush.
I got Charles Oliveira.
I got Diego Sanchez. I wonder if like
Tony Ferguson.
I wonder if like just listening to this, if they're like, how can they have that? Like, it goes back and forth. Like, I'm not saying I have the other person.
Yeah, I guess we haven't told. If anybody else wants, anybody can do what we just did. I know it. I know it seems magical. It seems outstandingly unique to a couple professionals like us to be able to pull something like this off. But everybody can do it. It's very easy. You find somebody, you flip a coin, or decide who gets to pick first. And then you just trade off who you choose.
Yeah, and so, which kind of forces the other person
to root for people that they don't necessarily care for or know.
But and sometimes you don't even give a fuck. Like, you're like I hate that person so much, I don't care if I lose this fight.
I had Dan Henderson. I totally thought you were going to choose Dan Henderson against Bisping. That's why I chose it for that order. It's like, well, that's a gimme because you're going to go, and then you didn't. You did a fucking you did a fucking M. Night Shyamalan on me.
That's why your hat's over there.
I know.
Actually, it was
that
decided
was the second
before
one,
then.
I think. I don't know. It's but you never know. Things can happen. Crazy things happen. It's been a year of underdogs too.
It has.
So that's why everybody needs to support this podcast, because we're part of that movement of underdogs, right?
We are the underdog.
So you can do your pick bet with anybody if you want. If you want to pick bet any of us, you can hit us up on Twitter.
Come at me, bro. Challenge.
We can try. It doesn't have to be the full card. We do this just so we talk about the full card. And we watch the full card, too.
And the original premise of the PicBet, though.
Yeah.
You bet against someone else.
You have to be humiliated visually, which is why
So you post a picture of yourself on social media.
You don't need to have one of these hats.
With it used to be a note.
Yeah, I just lost in PicBet. You can search our Twitter accounts and shit. I just lost a PicBet to so-and-so. And you write their Twitter handle
and
on
you
the
have
thing.
to look sad.
You take a sad picture with it. And then we evolved it into an orange cone that you have to wear for an entire episode.
Which sucks, because that thing is full of asbestos, and it fucking makes my head itch.
Yeah. But
I don't give a fuck what it says on it. It could fucking say, I suck dick. And if it was comfortable, I would rather it say something stupid like that.
I didn't get it for what it said.
Yeah,
I just got it for being...
Yeah, it's a dunce cap.
Yeah, a ridiculous thing to wear. Yeah. So you can do this shit, too. And before we get out of here...
What?
Yeah.
What?
I know.
Tell me more.
But next Sunday, the Fight Talk episodes generally come out on Mondays. So you'll get them first thing in the week. But yeah, tell you more. What am I doing? All right. People can make some money doing DraftKings.
How?
SpiderSword.com/DraftKings. You can use our picks. You can use your picks. You fantasy picks of MMA fights or NFL, MLB. Baseball's pretty much over
NHL.
For the year. They might still have a few.
Hockey just started.
NHL, soccer.
I'm unfortunately
World Series done.
Right now, it's if the Cubs lose the night it is, and
so hurry up.
So
tonight, which is going on. It's currently night right now.
It's currently happening.
If you are the first to download
I
this
don't
and
want
listen,
to even know what the score is because it's the Indians are up 3-1 in the series.
Right.
Let's not talk about it. I love
it's
the
a
Cubs.
must-win. They got to go on a run.
Go fuck yourself, everyone else.
That's right. And you can go fuck yourself at home and make some money at the same time betting on fantasy sports.
With DraftKings.
With DraftKings. SpiderSword.com/DraftKings. Go do it and make some money and help support the podcast at the same time. Also, holiday season's coming up. You can spend some of that money that you just made on DraftKings on your loved ones.
Use our fucking link.
You can get a free Amazon Prime membership if you don't already have one. It's a 30-day Prime trial, so you can get all of your gifts. You don't even have to... You can have them sent to whoever you are giving them to, pre-wrapped. They show up in 2 days, or you can just get them sent to yourself. Get free 30-day Amazon Prime, SpiderSword.com/Prime. You also get on-demand TV shows and movies. So if the family's coming over, you don't know what to watch, you have a bigger selection of movies than just Netflix.
Yeah, you like, there's nothing on Netflix. And like, why don't we check Amazon Prime?
If you got a smart Blu-ray player or TV or anything, you'll be able to get Amazon Prime. And also, if you're a reader, you get a bunch of books with the Amazon Prime service, SpiderSword.com/Prime. And if you already have Amazon Prime because you're a really smart person and don't like to go out in public and just get everything shipped to you, you can use our Inspired Disorder Amazon link. SpiderSword.com/Amazon takes you to Amazon. You know how it works. Spend your money, support the podcast. That's all you got to do. And you can follow Keith at Keith Spurlock1. I'm at Ray Taylor. Inspired Disorder Podcast on Facebook. We have the YouTube page that I just updated all the Ultimate Movie Championships. 41 episodes of the Ultimate Movie Championships are up.
I see you, YouTube.
A bunch of clips. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And make sure you share everything. Any episodes or whatever that you like. SpiderSword.com/YouTube. And that's it, man. That's it. We're done. Until another episode. The next episode we already recorded. It's a comic book episode. We review a bunch of comic books. So look forward to that. All right. We're out, people.
The devil.
Oh. 666.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Inspired Disorder Podcast. Embedded signals within this podcast have reprogrammed your natural thinking patterns. Side effects may include lack of inhibitions, erectile dysfunction, anal leakage, transcendental communication with beings from 4 of the 7 primary dimensions. In the event of a tear in space-time, please keep your hands down and feet together. Any loss of life or limbs due to interdimensional travel is not the responsibility of this podcast.